Hi, welcome to our channel Programming of Mind, where we accelerate your knowledge with concise, from high-value book summaries. Let's begin love and romance. Keeping the spark alive across planets, the evolution of love. Mars and Venus in romance, in every relationship. Love is the driving force that binds partners together. But as we dive deeper into the dynamics of relationships, it's clear that love manifests differently for men and women. This difference can lead to romantic challenges, but with understanding and effort, it also offers the opportunity to create deeper emotional bonds. For many men, love is expressed through actions rather than words. They show their love by being providers, protectors, and doers. For women, love is often seen as an emotional connection. It's nurtured through affection, attention, and emotional bonding. While both partners may feel love, the way they express and interpret it can be drastically different. The key to keeping the romance alive lies in recognizing and appreciating these differences. Take the story of Robert and Claire. Robert loves Claire deeply, but his way of showing affection is through practical acts, fixing things around the house, ensuring that their financial security is intact, and helping out whenever there's a need. Claire, on the other hand, seeks emotional connection and tenderness. She values romantic gestures like thoughtful words, surprise dates, and moments of emotional vulnerability. For Claire, feeling loved means connecting emotionally, while for Robert, it means taking care of responsibilities and ensuring stability. For years, Claire felt that Robert wasn't romantic enough because he didn't express his love in the way she expected. Robert, on the other hand, felt unappreciated because he believed that providing and caring for their needs was a form of love. Over time, they learned to meet each other's needs. Robert started surprising Claire with small gestures like sending her sweet texts or planning weekend getaways. Claire, in return, acknowledged Robert's love through acts of gratitude, appreciating his constant support. The role of affection. Understanding Venus' need for tenderness for women. Affection is crucial in relationships. It's not just about physical touch, but about emotional closeness. Hugs, kisses, and intimate conversations are all ways that women connect emotionally. For many women, affection is a way of saying, "I care about you, and I want to be close to you." It builds intimacy, warmth, and trust within a relationship. Consider the case of Olivia and Daniel. Olivia longs for more affection from Daniel. She wants him to hold her hand, kiss her goodnight, and give her compliments. Daniel, however, believed that providing for Olivia financially and being a good provider is enough to show his love. While Daniel's actions are valuable, Olivia craves the warmth that comes from physical affection and emotional connection. This difference in needs often causes frustration. Olivia may feel neglected, while Daniel might wonder why his other efforts don't seem to be enough. The key here is communication. Olivia must express her need for physical affection and emotional intimacy, and Daniel must learn to recognize that his partner's love language isn't always about material things or practical acts, but about tenderness and connection. The power of surprise. Keeping romance alive as relationships mature. One of the challenges couples face is keeping the romance alive. Over time, routines and daily responsibilities can overshadow the playful, spontaneous moments that once defined a relationship. This is particularly true when men become focused on providing and protecting, while women may become absorbed in nurturing and caretaking roles. Both partners may start to feel that the spark of romance is gone. But romance doesn't have to fade. It can be rekindled with intentional effort. Small surprises, thoughtful gestures, and moments of spontaneity can reignite the passion and excitement of the early stages of the relationship. Take the example of Jeff and Lily. After several years of marriage, they found themselves caught in the cycle of daily routines. Jeff worked long hours, and Lily managed the home and children. One day, Jeff surprised Lily by planning a spontaneous weekend getaway to a place they had both dreamed of visiting. The surprise reignited their connection, reminding them of the excitement they once shared. In the midst of their busy lives, They found joy in rediscovering the thrill of surprise and spontaneity. For couples who have been together for a while, this kind of intentional romance is essential. It's not about grand gestures, but about creating moments of surprise and affection that make the other person feel special. Whether it's planning a surprise date, writing a heartfelt note, or taking a moment to just be present with one another, these little efforts go a long way in keeping the relationship vibrant. The emotional bond. Building a deep connection while physical affection is important, the emotional bond that partners share is what truly sustains a relationship in the long term. For many women, emotional intimacy is as essential as physical touch. They want to feel emotionally connected to their partner, to know that they are valued and understood. For men, emotional intimacy can sometimes be difficult to navigate, as they may not always know how to express their feelings or may feel uncomfortable with vulnerability. Take the case of Anna and Michael. Anna has always felt emotionally close to Michael, but recently, she's noticed a growing distance between them. She misses their deep conversations and the emotional closeness they once shared. Michael, however, has been under stress at work and has withdrawn into himself. Anna wonders if Michael still loves her, and Michael feels frustrated because he doesn't know how to express what's on his mind without feeling vulnerable. In this scenario, the emotional gap between them could easily lead to misunderstanding. However, with open communication, they can work through this. Anna needs to communicate her desire for emotional connection, while Michael needs to recognize that emotional intimacy is just as important as physical affection. Both must be willing to step outside their comfort zones and make an effort to build a deeper emotional bond. The dance of Mars and Venus. Balancing independence and togetherness, one of the most complex aspects of maintaining romance in a relationship is finding the balance between togetherness and independence. Both men and women need space to be themselves and to pursue their individual passions and interests. However, it's also important to cultivate a sense of shared connection and intimacy. Mark and Kate's relationship exemplifies this balance. Mark loves spending time with his friends, playing sports, and having his own space. Kate, on the other hand, values spending time with Mark, sharing experiences, and creating memories together. At times, Mark felt overwhelmed by Kate's need for constant connection, while Kate felt neglected when Mark spent too much time on his own. Through open dialogue, they both came to understand that while they had different needs, they could make space for both independence and togetherness. Mark began planning more romantic dates with Kate, and Kate learned to appreciate and give Mark the time he needed to recharge. By finding a balance, they strengthened their relationship and kept the romance alive while respecting each other's need for individual space. Sex and intimacy. The physical connection, while emotional and physical affection are essential in a romantic relationship, sex and intimacy represent a different level of connection. For many couples, maintaining a satisfying physical relationship is one of the pillars of a healthy and fulfilling relationship. But as with all aspects of a relationship, the needs and desires around sex can differ between men and women. For men, physical intimacy is often closely tied to emotional closeness. Men may find it easier to initiate sex as a way to connect emotionally with their partner. Women, however, may find it harder to engage in sex if they don't feel emotionally connected first. For many women, emotional intimacy is a prerequisite for physical intimacy. Without a sense of emotional connection and affection, they may feel disconnected and uninterested in sex. This discrepancy can lead to frustration for both partners. Men may feel rejected if their advances are not reciprocated, while women may feel pressured or unappreciated if they don't feel emotionally connected before engaging in physical intimacy. However, couples who communicate openly about their needs and desires can find a way to align their expectations. It's important for men to understand that emotional connection often precedes physical intimacy for women. Women, in turn, can learn to be more open to physical affection and intimacy, understanding that men may feel emotionally fulfilled through sex as well. Reigniting passion in long-term relationships. As relationships evolve, passion can sometimes take a back seat to the everyday routines of life. But that doesn't mean the spark is gone forever. With effort, intention, and a deep understanding of each other's needs, couples can reignite the passion that once defined their relationship. This may involve reintroducing playful dates, taking a trip together, or simply making the effort to reconnect emotionally and physically. For Thomas and Julia, after many years of marriage, the spark had dimmed, but they both recognized that they were drifting apart. They decided to take a dance class together, something they had always wanted to do but never found the time for. The shared experience brought them closer together, reminding them of the excitement they had when they first met. By intentionally making time for each other and rediscovering shared passions, they were able to reignite the romance and passion in their relationship. The bottom line: keep the romance alive with effort and understanding. Love and romance require constant nurturing and attention. The differences between men and women, though they can create challenges, also provide opportunities for growth and deeper connection. By acknowledging and understanding each other's needs, whether it's through affection, surprise, emotional intimacy, or physical connection, couples can keep the spark alive throughout the course of their relationship. The romance that began as an exciting adventure can evolve into a deeper, more meaningful bond, as long as both partners are willing to put in the effort. Just as Mars and Venus exist on different planets, so too do men and women experience love and romance in unique ways. By embracing these differences and finding ways to meet each other's needs, couples can create a lasting, fulfilling relationship that continues to thrive and flourish over time. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.